Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. And speaking of new, I just want to say, oh my goodness. I have gotten a lot of new subbies in the past 2 weeks. And so thank you. The support is absolutely much appreciated. I am now, I think 40 subscribers away from 5,000. And there will be something cool happen at 5,000 subscribers. So yeah, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please consider that because we're so close. We're going to have some fun. I don't know yet what we're going to do. And I thought I would have more time, but maybe now not so much. And so I need to figure it out. I can tell you that I have, I'm starting 3 different journals. One of them is going to be, this one is going to be bug-based, and it's going to be using the paper pad from Tracy Fox Creative's new release with Creative Expressions. And I'll show that to you in just a minute. The second one is going to be based on a kit, a already printed 20 some odd or more paper kit from Patty Lang at Sacred Mementos. And the third one is going to be based on a digital kit from Tracy Fox Creative. So paper pad, pre-printed kit, and digital kit. So I've got 3 kind of different things going on, and I'll show them all to you. On the 12th, I don't know what day you'll see this, but on Saturday the 12th, I was live on Lindy Kay and Sean Designs YouTube channel and started working on all 3 of these. And we focused our attention on this one. Whoops, hang on, things are falling over. Which is done, or the cover is done anyway. And here's what that looks like. And so there's a fall scene. This is a printout in the background here from Tracy's digital kit. So this is the journal. Another Autumn is the name of the digital kit. I'll put links down below. And this journal will be based on that kit. And when I was working on this on Lindy's, live on Lindy's channel, 2 things have happened since then. So I hadn't glued anything down, and it's all glued now. It's ready to go. And the background, this is a book cover. It's actually, I think, the back of a book. Looked completely different than it does now because before I started to glue everything down, I decided to put some spray sealant on it, and something happened with the spray sealant. I don't know if it was old or if there was something on this cover, and it had kind of a chemical, I guess, reaction. And it created these really, really light white spots. And so I cleaned it up a little bit, went back in with a little bit of the rust Gilder's wax paste up here and down here where the embossing is. And then decided, since the whole thing was a lot lighter, this was a black cover to start with, I wasn't getting the contrast that I wanted between the background. This is a wool, a hand-dyed wool fabric. Oops, got some presents going. Isn't it gorgeous? And so then when I went to glue everything down, I decided to add this piece of fabric in the back, which is it's a chunk of fabric from an old grain sack or flour sack. And it had been rusted, it had been through a rust bath. So there's like these rust pieces. This is some lettering that was on the sack itself. And so then I so I liked that contrast and the way that sort of begun the layers. But everything else is pretty much as I had put it together on Lindy's channel on the live on the 12th. So go to Lindy Kay and Sean Designs YouTube channel. I'll put that link below too. And you can see me working on this one in particular. But I was looking at all of them that day, and let me come back. I'll come back to the kit that I'm going to use for that one. This is the second one, and I finished this today. And I had already, on that live, you'll see me, I was talking about, this is the cover of a cigar box. And I had already cut the hole, and I knew that the frozen Charlotte was going to go, peek in that hole. And she's raised up a little bit from the surface of the lid here, but not so much that I think she'll be damaged. And she's on here pretty securely. That wire is not the only thing holding her on. And then behind her is a piece of cantha cloth, a bunch of stamps through here, and an old, very old button, a metal button. I don't think I'd ever seen a yellow metal button before. Some fibers. This is corrugated cardboard. And here are just, this is just a little piece of paper from a handwritten little journal that I have, little tiny handwriting. Whatever those are, like a laundry label, and then the tape measure, cloth tape measure there. And then once I kind of had that done, it felt a little plain, felt it needed something. And so then I took more of the same fabric that's here, and it was sitting here. So I took more of that and wrapped that around as a band. So you kind of have this, it's almost like that's your book plate, and a little tiny piece down here. And these covers are just sitting here right now. They're not, I will come back on at the very last thing, the corners, not covers. The book corners are the last thing that I put on, but I just kind of wanted to see if I would like that book corner, and I do. And so this one is ready to go. And this is the one that goes with Patty's printout. And then the one I'm working on today is the bug themed. So I'll come back to that, but let me show you real quick the papers that go with the different kits. So this is the paper from Patty Lang, and it comes, like I said, it comes already printed out. It's not a digital kit. She does print them for you. And so they're various types of paper. This is on just a really nice weight, nice paper. And it's, it's like old dolls, but it's also vintage and antique, other pieces and things. Those of you who know me know that I'm not a fan of, I call them creepy people. I don't use like Tim Holtz's people, his paper dolls or any of that in my work. And I feel the same way about creepy dolls. This has a lot of creepy dolls in it. So I will hand pick. Some of them aren't creepy, but I love, like if you take that part out, I love everything else about this. And so I'll kind of hand pick the papers that I use from here. And then what I'll do is I'll run these back through my printer with with one of my digital files, some type of background. And we'll just come through here and pick out the ones that I want to use. And then the ones where, maybe there really is a creepy doll and I don't want her in here, I'll use the rest of this for other pieces, tags, journaling cards, things like that. So the whole kit's going to get used. Like I said, I don't even know how many papers are in here. There's a lot. And I couldn't tell you what the name of this was because I have no idea. But these will become the signature centers and the signature covers. And so 10 of them will get selected for those for 5. I think it's going to be 5 signatures. And then the rest, like I said, will be used for journal cards, ephemera, and things like that I make along the way. So it's really a cute kit. And I was really, the colors, I was really trying to kind of lean into the colors that she's used with the fabric that I selected. The Frozen Charlotte, though I don't think she's creepy, does go along with sort of the doll thing and everything. And so that's going to be that one. Here, let me finish flipping through real quick. It's just a really cute kit. And so I'm going to have a lot of fun with this, using, old pieces. See, she's creepy. I'm sorry, but she is creepy. But there's lots of space beside her that I can use. That one doesn't bother me so much. She's a little creepy too. So yeah, so this is the kit that I'll be using for this journal. I don't know yet what we're going to call her. If you have any ideas, comment below and let me know. So that's journal number 1. Journal number 2 is the Another Autumn is the digital kit from Tracy. And I do have that. There's pages and there's ephemera. And I will put all the links below. And I have that. I mean, look at the colors, right? I have this completely printed out and ready to start using and ready to go. So this, since it is autumn, this is probably the first one that I'll focus my attention on. So I've just pulled, these are all pages from her kit, and I've printed them, you know, full bleed. And some of these will be signature covers. And then when I get to, I think all of the ones right here, again, probably 5 signatures in this one. And I've printed them on a heavyweight, this is a 42-pound weight paper. And then the animals, there's a few, not as many as my last journal. So this journal actually is going to be very similar to the last journal. I'm going to be doing some of the same things with it. The animals will be in the center spreads of those 5 signatures. But I've also used more of her pages. This kit just has a ton of pages. So this is just, let's see, I think I've printed 40 of them, or no, take that back. I've printed 20 of them, but I think the kit has 40 pages. So I had to decide, you know, which ones to use and which ones that I wasn't going to use. So very similar, this is going to be very similar to the journal I just finished. And then there's all the critters. They will all make their way, not all of them, of course, there's too many. But I have printed out, look at these postcards, aren't those adorable? I have printed out a lot of the ephemera. I've already used some of it. And I've, you know, this just keeps going on and on and on. Let's see, what's this? Tags. Those would be great front to back. Smaller tags, corner tucks, just all sorts of yummies. Fussy cut pieces. So I will definitely be using, oh, that's just a duplicate. I accidentally printed that one twice. I will be using lots of the kits. And this one is, yeah, Another Autumn is the name of the kit. So that goes with the rusty one. Okay, then the third journal is going to be using, let's see, let me grab this. I'm going to be using stamps and parts and pieces from Tracy's new release with Creative Expressions. And I have here, there you go. Get to it. Here's the paper pad. It's the Entomology paper pad. And it's just gorgeous. I'll flip through the first, I think that you get multiple pages from multiple designs. And so there's bees. So the bee I have on the front totally works. And then I think I'm back to the beginning. So what is that? I'm not even sure. It says 6 different designs, and it's all double-sided, and there's 4 of each page. So plenty of paper to use. Now this, and then there's also stamps. Now this is the passport background, so this doesn't go necessarily with Entomology unless, I mean, it could. And then here is the Bugology negatives. And then this one is called Entomology Passport Elements. And then this one is called Nature Fill-ins, they're tags. So I'll be using those definitely in this journal, and maybe not all the stamps, but trying to use it. So this is an 8x8 paper pad, and I want to use the paper pad as my signature covers. And so when you fold 8x8, you get, you know, 4x8. So this journal is going to be a lot smaller. It's not going to be a standard 6x9. The other two are going to be 6x9s, 8.5 by 11 sheets folded in half for the signatures and whatnot. And the journals themselves will be 6x9, but this one is going to be a little smaller. Let me just take some of this apart and And so the fabric I've selected for the outside, so here this is from Tim Holtz. I don't remember which line. And the board on the inside is messy. This is a hardboard, so it's going to be a hardboard front. And right now, what I'm doing is working on what's going on the front of the journal. So typically what I do, for those of you who are new watchers, when I start a new journal, often what I do is I will determine what kit or papers or printouts or whatever I'm going to use, the theme even on the inside of the journal, and then take that thought and create the cover first. I can think of maybe one time in the past 4 years where I created the inside of the journal before the cover. Just doesn't happen very often. Just to me, the cover is sort of what begins it all. So, but I have to be inspired by something, and I'm inspired by what's going to go on the inside. So with that said, what I have here are some parts and pieces that are going to make their way onto this cover. And the first piece is this metal bug, and this comes from the same place that the tree did that I used on my first journal, and then a different place is where I got the leaves. Now, both the original place that I got these metal shapes from and the replacement place that I got some metal shapes from are both closed. So now I'm going to be on the hunt for another place that I can get the metal pieces from, because I absolutely love them. And I think they just really are fun for journal covers. Then I like to start the bases with a something, usually an old book cover, and that's what this is. I've sanded around the edges. This is a dark navy blue. It's got beautiful texture in it. I added some rust down, in a couple spots. And this blue really plays well with, and the people watching on Lindy's channel on the 12th picked this blue. I gave them some choices, and they picked the blue. So we went with blue. And so that's going to go, that's the base. That's where I'm going to start. And then from there, I've just got a few pieces that I want to sort of layer. I want to do a little bit of a collage that my bee sits on top of. So I've kind of I think I kind of have a general idea of where I want to go. And so I want to start with this piece of book page, which I don't need all of it. Most of this is going to get covered. And I want to use, this is a piece of cantha cloth that's been ripped. It's really bright teal on the back side. That's some of this teal that you're seeing peek through. I actually really like that, even though that color almost, it almost clashes with what's going on. I like that little pop. And I just think that's fun. So that's going to go on there. I might take a little bit of the length off, so it's just the height of the book base. And maybe it can kind of come off on both the top and the bottom. We'll see. That wouldn't look bad. And then we got this behind it. And then I'm going to put some other pieces. And so one of the pieces I have here, this is cork fabric. Here's what it looks like on the back and the front. You can see that cork texture. It's really pretty. And I thought a little piece of that might be kind of cool to tuck in there. Like that. Get that little pop of that kind of rust in there too. Then these are pieces of, this is banana plant fiber, I think. I've got, I had a pretty big piece, and I just kind of peck away and play with it, and I just come in here and rip some off to when I want to use it. Sometimes it rips really well, sometimes it doesn't. And I want to put some of that in here to get some texture. And so I'm thinking maybe that's there. Maybe it's a little higher. I got little strings all over the place, so this is kind of tricky. I'm thinking that goes there. Yeah. Maybe. Nope, it needs to go a little higher. There, that might work. Okay. And in a little further. I could take some of that off. I don't want them to be the same width though, so I'm going to think I'll tuck that one in further. And we'll try that. See if we like that. And then I think I want more of this. So I might want, so I think the bug is going to be kind of like here. Yeah, something like that. Maybe not quite that. There we go. I want him at a little bit of an angle and maybe a little off to the side. This will all be glued down. About like that. And then perhaps this fiber is on top. And then I feel like I need one more piece of fiber. So let's see what it looks like if we put another one on this side. What do we think about that? And that gives me 3 and kind of a place for the wings too. I kind of like that. That's fun. I'm not sure about the, what is that? The cork in the back. I almost want something else, but I don't know what. Now, do I like it? It kind of actually blends into the, it kind of blends into, not blends in, it's just not enough contrast. I really think I need something kind of in this color vein. So, plan B. I'm going to keep digging through my, oh, that one's kind of cool. It's the edge, looks like it's the edge of a linen of some sort. And it's got some definite rust going on it. It must have been a piece that was in a rust bath. But it's got that scalped edge that's kind of fun. And it almost looks like, there we go. I think winner, winner. I do like that. Okay, let's just start. I'm going to start gluing things. One more piece, one more I want to take a look at. If I can get my fat fingers down in the bottom of this bag here. I see a piece that I like. Oh, that's actually a really big piece. It also looks like it's been a part of a rust bath. And it's my, ooh, wait, I think I like this better. See, I could do this all day long. I mean, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's see. I want this part right here. It's like, I want the part right in the middle. That's okay. These are fabric scraps. They're meant for me to play with and rip apart and do, and this is a lot thinner too. So I think this will work better. I think. Yeah. Oh, see. Oh, see. It's got a sewing edge on it, so it looks like I already sewed it. All right, how long do we need that to be? About like that. All right, let's chop this off here. And let's see what we think about that. Oh, that's pretty. There, I'm just gonna take a little bit of this because there's also really, really cool rust over here that I want to use for something else. So take that down a notch so I can keep that other piece for something else. Okay. I liked you, but I think I like you better. I think so. I think so. Where was this? This was up here. No? Yeah? I don't remember where these were. This was over here. See, that's going to blend in a little bit now, but I still think I'm going to like it. And this was up here. That's not the way that was. It was turned around, but I had it on the sort of the back side. Okay, let's just like loosely. Ta-da! I think I like that. All right, one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my little goodie box of spines and guts from gutting books. And I'm going to see what kind of texture might be in here. Excuse me for reaching over the front of the camera. Let me take this down and I'll show you. You can see part of it. And now I got to decide if I want to do anything else here. This guy's going to go right there. About like, let's go a little higher. About like that. I kind of like it. Okay, now there is more I want to do though. I just don't know what yet. You know, I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to put some wire on here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put some eyelets in this. And put some wire. Oh, wait. I know. Hold on. I know what I want. Okay, these are my favorite paper fasteners, except a much bigger size. I actually got these by accident. I mean, not accident. I purposefully got them, but didn't realize how much bigger they really were. And so I think this might be kind of fun. Ooh, if we put some on here. So let's do that. Yeah. And then let's see, there should probably be one up here, right? Yeah. You can hear them, feel them snap into place, but these have a big, sort of a big bump thing right on them. Oh, I like that. Okay. What if there were 4 of them on here? No, that might be too much. What if there were 2 side by side? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I like it over here though. Let's do it. That's kind of fun. Okay. Now what if I stop there? What do you think? Do we have a fun? No, we're not going to stop there. I got one more idea. I think this cover would benefit from some buttons. Kind of like maybe there's, or maybe it's here. Let's see, is there more than one? Perhaps. Ooh, there's a dirty one. I want them to be completely different. I have a yellow button in my white button stash. How dare he make his way in there? I know they all look alike, right? They really don't. Oops. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, yeah, it is. I like the ones that already have, that still have their thread in them, but most of these do not. Ooh, I like that color. Let's see if I can find another one that's that color. Okay, I'm happy now. I'm gonna glue my bug on, bee bug. For this, I am going to use matte gel medium. Let's get some lids on some glue here. And this is the, this is actually ultra matte. Not that it matters because you can't see it. I have a, there we go. And then once I glue her down, I'm going to clamp it. Let me get all my little fibers in my, back in my box because all of those can be used. I'm gonna clamp it down and then let that sit overnight. Then I'll come back in the morning and test it to make sure that it's, oh, let's see, which side do I like? Do I like that side? I kind of like that side. Okay, let's do that side. That's actually the back, I think. I guess it doesn't really matter. This is cleaner. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? So I come back in the morning and I'll test it to make sure that it's nice and stuck. And if I need to add any more glue, I will at that point. But usually, very rarely do I need to do that. The only time I've really ever had to do that is when I've had a piece that, you know, that was completely uneven on the background, on the back. And this is going to require me to put this on and then clean it up because it's going to gush out. But I would rather, there's a lip here, and so I want to make sure I get that glue high enough to accommodate the lip so it sticks and adheres. So this is going to be tricky and it's going to be messy, but I'm okay with that. And I like to get, you know, all four corners, so to speak. I want this to come all the way out to the edges. So I put her on and prepare to take a bunch of glue right back off. I'm gonna let that set, and then I'll take the clamps off, and then if there's any more cleaning up after that, then I'll come back in and do more cleanup. But for the most part, this is done, and then once that sets and that dries, then I can glue it to the front, the cover, and we are in good shape then. So I'll come back real quick when I have everything glued down and clip and show that, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. She's done. She's all glued down. Here we go. Not much to say. I think he's pretty much, you saw me put it together, but she's all ready to go. This is a hardboard, And so I'm kind of excited about that one. It'll be fun. And as just a recap, here's the other one I showed. So, and the first one. So this is another autumn. This is, we're going to call this one Toy Story. It has nothing to do with the movie. And we're going to call this one Bugtastic. So here we go. These 3 journals are the journals that I'll be working on over the course of the next several weeks, because I work slow and there's 3 of them. But I will be back with more. I'm working on the insides of these. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back. Bye-bye.